Hey, what's up, guys? Prodigy Games here, Prodigy Ram Xbox NA, and I'm here to bring you something a little different than your normal build, guys. I'm here to bring you the StamCro that I call Flame Crow, alright? And you'll see in a minute why I call it that. Now, before I get started, I just want to say, I don't show my buffs with extra buffs, right? Like trial buffs, Cyrodiil buffs, Emp buffs, whatever, dungeon buffs. I don't do that, alright? I don't try to fudge my numbers. I show you the real deal numbers before you get those buffs, alright? Just so you know, okay? This right here is not a trial dummy. It's the target Ogrim that we all got, so I'm not getting any extra buffs from him, alright? Let's see the buff stats buffed up real quick. 5,600 weapon damage, 7,200 pen. It's more than 19k resistances. Hold on. I believe it gets up to 25k resistances. 25k resistances. 30k health, 28k stam, 1,800 stam recovery without a pot. Alright, my crit resistance is really low, guys, but that's only because Necros are pretty tanky anyway. So, you know, I can get away with it. Alright. Alright, so that's the stats. Let's show you the gear. Right? First set, Red Mountain, guys. The Maul of Red Mountain, sharpened with a flame damage enchant. You know I like my flame damage on like every build. Everyone's a vampire, so we gotta mess them up, right? Anyway, Red Mountain, weapon damage, stamina, weapon critical, and then when you deal damage with a weapon, you spawn a volcano that erupts after 1 second, launching liquid hot lava and dealing X amount of flame damage. It can occur once every 8 seconds. Now let me tell you something, guys. This, paired with Blast Bones, paired with your heavy D-swing, heavy attack into D-swing, what have you, is a killer combo, especially when you have Clever Alk popped, alright? It's so good, guys. I'm telling you, it's a good match, alright? I'll show you an alternative if you don't want to run the Flame Crow. If you want to run something different other than this, you can run Sword Singers, guys. Alright, Sword Singers gives us max stam, weapon damage, weapon critical, and 600 weapon damage to our two-handed abilities. So yeah, if you don't want to go the flame route, you can do this, okay? Sword Singers is a very good set. It'll give you more damage, okay? So, we've got them all here. Back bar is Clever Alk, sword, powered, shield, sturdy, right? Clever Alk gives us health, weapon damage, and when you drink a potion, you get a buttload of damage, okay? For 20 seconds. This is on our back bar, so we have to make sure we switch to our back bar. And right now it's bugged. You have to look at it, the target for it to activate, but that's getting fixed in the future, okay? Alright, so Clever Alk's our back bar. Magma Incarnate Head. Yes, I know, it's a new monster set. I wear it on almost every build. It's so good, guys. Alright, so good. It gives us mag recovery, stam recovery, and when you heal yourself or a group member, you give them 215 weapon and spell damage and then like 3k armor, and then it bounces up to you and your friends, okay? Super powerful set, guys, alright? If you don't want to run this, you can run, where is it? You can run Baylor, or actually, I suggest running, Bloodspawn, alright, guys? Because we're not the tankiest on this build in terms of resistances. So if you can't get this new monster set, I would run Bloodspawn or Engine Guardian, okay? Alright, so that's the heavy head, max stam enchant. Heavy chest, Clever Alchemist. Mine's reinforced. They really all should be impen, guys, alright? It all should be impenetrable, okay? To get us ready for next patch. Anyway, we already said what Clever Alk does. We got a heavy chest, tri-enchant. Heavy Magma Incarnate shoulders, guys. Give us a little bit more resistances. We have a medium Belt of the Red Mountain, okay? Stam enchant. Medium Bracers of the Red Mountain, stam enchant. Medium Clever Alchemist legs, tri-enchant. Medium Red Mountain boots, stam enchant, guys. Clever Alchemist necklace, infused weapon damage. Malakath band, infused weapon damage. And the Ring of the Trainee, infused weapon damage. Now, if you feel like you don't need the extra health and you want more damage, you always could put in another Clever Alk ring in this position and give you a little bit more weapon damage, alright? Instead of more health. Now, for our potions and food, guys, we run Dubious Cameron Throne. for the stam recovery, max stam and max health, I wouldn't, unless you're good at sustaining your characters, I wouldn't run Sugar Skulls, only because we need the extra stamina on this build, or extra stam recovery. I just found it's much easier to play with a decent amount of stam recovery, alright guys? And then our food, our potions is tri-stat, and tri-stat potions, alright guys? You could run movability with health and stamina, but we'll use a couple magic skills on this build, so I kind of feel like we need the tri-stat pots, okay guys? Definitely try to run these. Alright, so for our race in Mundus, guys, let's look at our Mundus first. The Serpent, like I said, stam recovery we need on this build, guys, okay? And also we are a stage 3 vampire for the Undeath passive to give us damage mitigation when we get to low health, alright? Very important on this build, alright? And that is why we are also a Imperial, right? Because we're a vampire. We get max health, max stam, and then reduce the cost of all our abilities by 6%. Alright? So I believe it's only a 1% cost increase. Let's check real quick. Regular ability cost plus 8%. So we have 6% ability cost, reduced cost. So that means with the vampire we only got plus 2% ability cost. Alright guys? It's so beneficial. It helps our sustain tremendously. Okay? You could theoretically go for any race on this build, but I suggest going Imperial because of the vampire, and then having the Serpent Mundus Stone, guys, alright? It just ties it all together. It works very well together, okay? Alright, so for the skills, Mortal Coil, guys, on the front bar. This makes it so we can tether to a body, right, to heal us over 12 seconds. It also gives us stamina back, which is very beneficial. But when you have it slotted, it also increases your healing done by 3%, okay? We have good healing on this build, okay? Anyway, this allows us to go on the offensive more often, right? Because we got health coming in, guys. We can swing more before having a defense, okay? Very good skill. Next, Blighted Blast Bones. This is part of our burst. It hits like a truck, okay? Hits really hard, guys. You pair this with Red Mountain, and it's just so nasty, the damage, okay? It's just a lot of pressure at once. Plus our flame damage enchant. Man, bro, this shit hits hard, okay? Rally, our source of major brutality and minor endurance. Also our burst heal when we get low health, but like I always say, wait as long as possible to pop this, because it'll be a more potent heal the longer you wait. Alright. Dizzy Swing, our spammable. Okay, this we would proc Blast Bones, and then we would go in for a heavy attack D-Swing or D-Swing heavy, while our Red Mountain hits them and our Blast Bones all at the same time. Okay, this is our spammable though. We'll mainly be slapping people in the head with this skill right here, okay? Super powerful spammable. Executioner, our Execute. When people get to around 20% health, you want to start slamming them with this button, guys. Knock them right out. And our ultimate is Dawnbreaker for this build, guys, for the increased weapon damage for being on our bar, and it's like our only form of stun other than a medium weave after D-Swing, right? I mainly, if it's a tanky target or it's a really good player, I typically put up my Blast Bones, heavy attack into a Dawnbreaker, and then the Red Mountain and Blast Bones hits them, and then I can execute them, alright? Dawnbreaker is very good damage, and it's just a really good stun, alright? Back bar, Spell Wall, because we have a Sword and Shield, guys. Very powerful defensive ultimate. If you want, you could run Undo, but I suggest if you have a Sword and Shield, Spell Wall is just so good, guys. So good. I mean, come on. Block all attacks at no cost and reflect all projectiles for 7 seconds? It's pretty overpowered. I suggest running it. Our heal over time, Vigor. Everyone knows Vigor. It heals you. Use it to stay alive. Race against time, guys. This is what we use to break out of stuns, immobilizations, or if we just need to get some legs to get out of the situation, right? Get out of danger. This is what we use. Or if we're trying to catch up to someone really fast, we could use this too. Summoner's Armor is our form of major resolve. This one's better than the other one because this one reduces the cost of Blast Bones and Spirit Mender by 15%, helping our sustain tremendously. And since we use Race Against Time, we definitely need that crap. Spirit Guardian, this is good because it negates 10% of our damage, right? Incoming damage, so we're 10% more tankier, and it heals us every 2 seconds, okay? So, very good skill. Definitely use it. And then we have Revealing Flare slotted, guys, for our major protection at all time, or on the back bar at all times, okay? So this is effectively making us, this paired with Spirit Guardian is making us 20% tankier, okay? Really good. It's a good combo since we don't have high resistances. Our resistances are only 25k, right? So, come on, give us a break. Alright, now, for passives, in Gravelord, you should have all these passives. Bone Tyrant, all the passives. Living Death, all the passives, right? Two-handed, all the passives. One-handed Shield, all the passives, guys. We're not wearing any, no, we're not wearing any light armor. Medium armor, all the passives. Oh, and I forgot to say, real quick, instead of Revealing Flare, guys, you could slot, where is it, Evasion, but I don't know. I just feel like on this build, Revealing Flare is a lot better. Plus, it makes it so we don't have to use more stamina on another skill, so it helps our sustain tremendously. Heavy Armor, all the passives, guys. Vampire, Undeath passive, that's the most important one. Get that. Fighter's Guild, Slayer, and Skilled Tracker are the most important ones. Sigil Order, Clairvoyance, Concentrated Barrier, Deliberation. Undaunted, you should have your Undaunted passives. I don't because I'm dumb. I gotta get that still. And then your Assault and Support passives and Racial passives, alright guys? And this one right here, Medicinal Use. I say it in every build video. Please get this, guys. It's so good. It makes it so your potion effects last until your next pot is popped, right? Because normally you'd have like a 15-20 second window where you don't have the effects because you're waiting for your next pot. This allows it to continue to have that effects until you pop your pot. So you're theoretically never without your effects, alright? It's really good. Alright, let's look at the champion tree, guys. Green tree doesn't matter all too much. Just make sure you get this passive right here. Breakfall, reduce your fall damage. I have Rationer slotted, guys, for extra time on our food. Steed's Blessing to increase our out-of-combat movement speed. Treasure Hunter you don't need. It's only here so I can get the Gifted Rider. But Gifted Rider increases your mount speed. If you play a lot of Cyrodiil like I do, you definitely want this one, guys. Alright. Blue Tree. Focused Mending. Okay. This is a big part of our build. This is how we can stay alive so well with our damage mitigation. It just improves our single target heals, making us have stronger heals, okay? And I have it instead of Resilience because Necros are naturally tanky, and I don't... Once I impin all my armor, guys, I'll be fine again for the crit resist, right? At least until next patch, I gotta see what, how hard people are hitting, but for right now, this is fine. Also, we have Ironclad, right? This is one of the strongest CPs ever. Reduce your damage taken by direct damage attacks, guys. That's every attack except dots, so it applies to everything. Alright, make sure you slot that. Biting Aura, increase our damage done with area of effect attacks. That's our Blast Bones Dawnbreaker, guys. And then Master at Arms, increase damage done with direct damage attacks. Like I said, that's all of our attacks except dot attacks, alright? Make sure you have these two slotted. Well, all four of these. Ironclad, Focus Mending, Biting Aura, Master at Arms, alright? And for the passives, just make sure you get Piercing, Battle Mastery, and Mighty, alright? Red Tree. This one I went a little different than I usually do, alright? I have Fortified, guys, for more armor because I was lacking a little bit of armor and I felt like I needed this, okay? I felt like I needed the extra armor. So, Fortified we have. Slippery, so we can break out for no cost to help our sustain. It's a lifesaver, guys. Definitely use it. Number 3, Pain's Refuge. Like I always said, another overpowered passes, all right? Allows us to X really well. More negative effects we have on us, the tankier we get. And then the last one, Celerity. Increasing our movement speed by 10%. This allows us to be naturally faster than almost everybody, right? And unless they're running the CP, but a lot of people don't run the CP, so I find it's very beneficial. You can just move around the battlefield a lot easier, all right, guys? And for the red passives, just make sure you get, these over here, block cost reduction, increase the amount of damage you can block, guys, all right? The health one, just make sure you get all the ones you can, all right? Okay, so lastly, I'm going to show you the rotation, the offensive and defensive rotation, guys. First is offense, right? So make sure you got all your buffs up. Okay, guys. Let me hit this guy so I can get my buffs. Make sure you get all your buffs up. Pop your Clever Alk, right? When you want to go in for the kill, Blast Bones, guys, heavy attack into a D-swing, and the Blast Bones in the Red Mountain will typically hit at the same time. For some reason, that Blast Bones hit sooner than it should have, right? Jesus, I can't ever plan anything right. Anyway, let's try that again. All right, guys. Blast Bones into a D-swing. There it is. See that? Red Mountain hit at the same time as Blast Bones, guys. All right? Nasty combo. All right? Also, we can do this. Blast Bones into a heavy attack, Dawnbreaker. Boom! Blast Bones, and then Red Mountain comes after while we're executing them. All right? Super powerful, guys. I'm telling you, it's real powerful combo. For defense, it's almost self-explanatory on Necro, right? Make sure you have your buffs up. Make sure you tether so you can always be healing, guys. You got to pop Race Against Time. You know, you want to kite around friggin' anything you can to break line of sight. Race Against Time. You know, make sure your shit's popped. Your healing's good on this build, so hit Vigor. You know, hit your Rally. Make sure you're tethered, guys, all right? And like I said, just move around, break line of sight, roll dodge if you have to, block, all right? There's a lot of blocking on this build. Like when you're popping your buffs, make sure you're blocking so people can't just smash you, right? Okay? Like I said, make sure you're tethered, get your buffs popped, and then you just boop, boop. All right, see that? It's a real nasty combo, guys, all right? Some players will see it coming, but it doesn't mean it won't hit them, all right? Blast Bones does a lot, D-Swing does a lot, the Fire does a lot, and like I said, we have a flame damage enchant, guys, all right, to up our flame damage. Sick, nasty combo, all right? Super nasty. Now, that is the end of the build video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope I helped you make a good build for yourself, okay? Now, like I said, this is a unique build. It's the StamCro, right? Because I use Red Mountain in tandem with Blast Bones, okay? But like I said, you could swap it out for Swordslinger, guys, all right? You would just swap out the Maul and the waist, hands, and feet for Swordslinger, okay? So if you don't want the Fire, swap it out for Swordslinger, okay, guys? It will up your damage, okay? And like I said, if you don't have the monster set, put on Bloodspawn because you still need that extra defense, okay? And this brings me to the end of the video, guys. I hope I showed you some cool things, a nice build. I'll see you next time, and enjoy the clips that follow. Peace out, guys.